Hello. So I'm gonna do a reading that could be turning out. I don't know. I'm gonna use my biblical tarot right now, and there was a couple things that I wrote down from. I was watching the show, the fifth season of the show Chosen. I don't think I've watched the whole thing yet, so I was trying to catch up, and it was really interesting because like the first couple minutes they had, or like throughout each episode, there's like a couple minutes of like the what's it called, the Last Supper, right? And the conversation that they were having and what he was saying, with the quotes, or what his, what he was expressing at the time, that we know of what his words were in the Bible. It's like it seemed like it was like totally a roadmap, which was really interesting because it was like, I know that there's a lot of different experiences that people have had throughout, time, right? And they come back from meditation with I've done this before too, where there's a quote or a message that's being brought back. And it was like, these are, what he was saying was like, oh my gosh. um, like truths that if every person got to the same understanding, then they would all be, activated in the way that they're meant to. And so it was like like a guide map basically. And I know we could all probably look at it like that too, but I had this meditation one time where it was, in my father's house there are many rooms, and it was shown, like, I went up, it was kind of a long drawn out meditation. Actually it was like for like a couple, I don't know, maybe years or something like that. I was like traveling in my meditations, and then I ended up getting to this, like, big castle, kingdom thing, and I go into it after, I don't even know, it was a while before I was able to like feel comfortable or able to get to this position, right, like internally. And I know this probably sounds all weird, right? But when I finally got there, it was like I was walking into the kingdom, and then if I'd go this way, it was like showing that, God is with you when you go this way. And I'd turn, and it would be, the same type of pathway being shown in the my father's house there are many rooms. That was the quote that I got from that meditation. And it was showing that where you are he is, or where he is you are, wherever you go. And if everybody was to kind of get to that awareness and hold that within them, they wouldn't have the same type of fears that we are, experiencing during difficulty and stuff, knowing that you are with God. And so this is what he was saying in the guide map or whatever. So, in my father's house there are many rooms. I am the way, the truth, the light. No one comes to the Father except through me. And if you could, take it literally, because I know I've gone, called upon outside. Close the door. I've gone to, I've used Jesus's name in times of difficulty within meditation and different experiences, and have seen, like, I had like the spiritual attack one time, and I don't want to get into it right now, but I ended up saying, please God save me, and was pulled back to, where I needed to be, energetically and physically and everything. And in this, saying right here, it's like, if each person were to embrace this for their own physical vessel, right? I am the way, the truth, and the light. So if you were to embrace that you are the way, the truth, and the light, but no one comes to the Father except through me. So it's through me, as in each individual person. These are like quotes, like, where it's like, if you were to understand it and apply it to your own self, you would recognize that there is a need for you to recognize the connection that you have with God, in order, and through yourself, that you are, expressing in the name of God, or being part of God, right? So then the other part was, whoever has seen me has seen the Father. So he's talking about, like, there was more to it because of his the works that he'd done, But if you were to address that in a personal way, 111 right now, then you would be able to see that, physically you are a manifestation of God. And then, let me see. Do you not see that I am in the Father and the Father is in me? So, when you kind of recognize that, and apply it to yourself, it just makes it more, compounding. I looked up that word the other day. Anyway, it resonated for what I was trying to say, which was funny because I couldn't remember the definition. But anyway, so the Holy Spirit is your inner voice. As you keep His commandments, then you will be aligned with God. So when you stay in the awareness of, the 10 Commandments, doing no harm, all that stuff, then you are in align with the desire and the towards God and the expression of God. And each one of us, when we come into that awareness and that knowing, then it's like we could all be activated with divine energy in the physical world. So anyway, hopefully I didn't lose all y'all right there. But then it says, blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. So when you are recognizing that that's not just applying to Jesus, but those are his, guide maps for us, then it could be, creating a greater connection with you instead of between you and God, instead of feeling that you need someone else to, guide your path or even tell you what you need to know or whatever the case is. So as you do this, you come into alignment with yourself and with God. Okay. So then I saw the word forcing. Instead of it being forcing, like you're pushing something, it's like there's an awareness of something having been foreseen. And so there could be people who are trying to push an issue into what they have seen for the true reality that it could be. But it's just a matter of like having an awareness and allowing for things to come into alignment instead of forcing it, but just making sure that it, is something that is, coming into reality. Okay, so all right. Those are the messages. And then in my dream last night, it says someone went the long way around, but God is making your path straight. Okay, so you could be feeling like things are out of order, but just know that as you stay positive and aligned in the right way, you are coming into the position that you're meant to be. Okay, so somebody could be moving forward intentionally with some type of quickness and clarity, and they could be recognizing certain situations where they're not wanting to open themselves up to situations, and they also could be recognizing what is divinely guided at this point. Okay, so yeah, somebody is going through and navigating through illusionary aspects and kind of wanting to take action intentionally towards their desired position. Okay, somebody could feel like they've been doing the work and have been elevating in a way, maturing, and could be ready for the harvest of the work that has been done. Okay, all right, Six of Cups, moving in a much more healed way of life, more joy and celebration, and could be moving forward towards look at that commandments, yay. More healed connections. Okay, and with the Justice, somebody's moving forward into true alignment and having a balance and clarity and truth that they're coming into awareness within. Okay, that's cute. All right, somebody could be excuse me, paying attention to their subconscious awareness and allowing to elevate and be illuminated to the truth that could have been hiding. Okay, so what do we need to know right now? Pure Justice. Okay. So justice is coming, balance, truth, clarity, and For me, it seems like there is this like countdown type of thing. I don't know exactly. Oh, look at the sun. That's so cute. Aw. So yeah, justice is coming, and things will be, moving positively, and you could be, really aligning with yourself and with God, and recognizing the truth of what it is that you've learned, and being able to really kind of move positively in this way, knowing what actions you're meant to be taking in order to create the change. Okay. And we have the Queen of Cups right here, the Page of Wands, and the Star. So somebody's moving in a way where they are, confident within their emotions. They're nurturing themselves and preparing to move forward towards a wish come true. Okay, we have truth, clarity, okay, a new beginning, moving forward in a much more healed way. Okay, so we have 11, 19, 13, 17, and 1 and 4, or 14. Okay, so yeah, somebody could be moving forward into a new beginning, much more aligned and healed, allowing for the release of past pain and hardship, moving forward with a greater sense of confidence. We have the Two of Wands and the Queen of Wands. So somebody could be making plans towards moving forward towards someone that they are, or moving forward with passion towards something that they are desiring of, or someone. Okay, we have offer up notification just showed up, so somebody could be presenting some type of offer, and making the transition into a new beginning. All right, got the cool. Ooh, sorry. Oh, I thought I pulled another card, and then I thought I was pulling from the ones that were below, but they're right there. Anyway, so somebody could be, getting more confident with their awareness and knowledge. And I hit my head earlier, like super randomly. So somebody could be like feeling like they like, got something, jolted or whatever that created a change or something. I just was reminded of that. I'm like, oh yeah, ow. But so somebody could be coming into a greater alignment with their knowledge and the steps that they're knowing that they're needing to take. We got the Two of Cups and the Judgment. So somebody could be paying attention to the divine guidance in relationships, moving in a position that they can devote themselves and really embrace the alignment, representing themselves in a way where they're, for all to see. We got the Devil right there, and then, is that a lamb? But so, yeah, somebody could be feeling like they're moving in a way. Close the door before the cat comes. That is, really representing not only themselves, but their, the divine guidance that they've received, and they could be coming into action in a way where they are ready to fulfill their position. Okay, and we got the Eight of Wands right here. Candles in this deck. Somebody's ready to move forward, taking some type of action, moving into a new position, and could be opening themselves to the desired communication. Excuse me. We got the King of Wands. Keep having to remember. So yeah, somebody could be really wanting to move forward passionately in order to establish what it is that they've envisioned. And we have the King of Cups and the Eight of Cups. So somebody could be feeling confident within what their emotional expression is. They could be, knowing what they are, desiring to say emotionally, coming into alignment with their own emotional expression in a way that is no longer questioned. And they could be ready to, walk away, elevate and ascend from the difficulty that they had been enduring previously. Okay. Ew. I had a feeling that one wanted to come up. How cute. Okay. So, hold on. Come on, guys. What are you looking for right now? So yeah, somebody could have been illuminated to different manipulation, deceit, and falsehoods. Okay, and they could be, look at that, they could be ready to initiate towards what they feel is a new beginning that they want to bring into their life physically, and moving forward towards true emotional fulfillment within their home and their family and their relationships. Yeah, somebody could be moving in a way where they're feeling their life is coming together in a more solid way, where they can be truly fulfilled emotionally and know that they're working towards bringing in what they're truly desiring into their life physically. Okay. Somebody could have been restricting themselves when it comes to the allowance of their own inner healing that they needed to do. Okay, somebody could have been really kind of fighting the role that they knew that they were meant to embrace, but when they do, they could be kind of making a major shift, moving into a much more joyous and lighthearted, loving dynamic in their life, and kind of moving through making major changes in their life when it comes to the conflict that they had been weighed down by. Okay, so somebody's definitely can be altering their course in a way that they know they're meant to. Okay. Cute. And we have the Four of Cups and the Four of Candles. The number 77 could be relevant. 752. But I've been like being surrounded by, and then 1111, 44, 66, 13 actually too. But yeah, so I've been surrounded by these numbers, recognizing them all around me. But we have, okay, so 4-4. Somebody could be, kind of recognizing now what they had been being presented with in certain scenarios that they may not have been open to previously, and at this point they are moving forward in a way where they're intentionally creating the structure that they're desiring of. With the Four of Wands right here, it's like somebody's knowing that they're moving forward in a way that they're forming the life, like I was saying, with their home, family, relationships, friendships, community, and could be moving forward towards a divine marriage or something like that. But it's like somebody's coming into alignment, making more intentional plans, not only for themselves but for others, and embracing their own role in a situation, and relieving themselves of the conflict. Okay, yeah, somebody could have been dealing with a lot of scarcity in different ways and difficulty, but as long as they kind of maintain their faith in a situation, they will be moving forward. Look at that, Ace of Cups and Three of Cups, into a brand new, emotionally fulfilling beginning where they can really celebrate and initiate towards the work that they're truly meant to be doing. Okay. Right, so somebody could be, really doing the work and ready for the harvest of what it is that they are meant to be receiving. I just said that. But they're ready to sow the seeds in order to grow what it is that they are truly desiring of. Okay. All right. Let me see. Somebody stayed, maintained their position, battling difficulty and, obstacles along the way. And at this point, they could be, ready to open themselves up to an offer or present an offer in some type of way where they know that they're moving forward towards a more successful outcome. They could have been aware of the illusionary aspects that were surrounding them. And at this point, they could be you know, tearing the walls down of the falsehoods and the false truths, ready to, you know, return to what it is that they were meant to be instead of being led off course. Okay. All right. So somebody's getting to a greater sense of stability, and they're nurturing themselves when it comes to their emotions and a message that they feel they're meant to be expressing. Okay. Someone could have been really, what's the word? Oh, man. Oh no, enlightened. There it is. Yay, I figured it out. So yeah, somebody could have been really enlightened to, you know, purpose and passion and desire, and what they feel, you know, they are intended or needing to do in order to fulfill their own purpose. Okay. All right. So somebody could be creating a balance for themselves as they close out painful and negative cycles, elevate and master themselves, and get ready to receive what's truly meant for them. Okay. And somebody could have taken the time to really educate themselves and learn what it is that they were needing to in order to feel confident with the actions that they're wanting to take. And they could be ready to engage or open themselves up emotionally to what they feel would be a true wish come true. And they could be anticipating a certain connection, you know, ready, you know, having made certain plans. They could be waiting on certain signs to, or guidance to show them, but somebody is ready to make more loving choices. Okay, and they could be really strongly desiring to create a greater sense of stability and move in a way where they are in alignment with their higher self. Okay, in their soul. Cute. So we have the higher self and the Fool, right here, or the Hierophant and the Fool. So somebody could be moving, getting ready to move forward in an aligned way and taking a leap of faith, moving much more carefree towards a situation where they know they're following their heart and are receiving what it is that they are, you know, putting out energetically, instead of you know, being surrounded by negativity. They are moving forward towards, excuse me, wish come true within not only their life, but everyone's. Okay. Well, that's cute. I like how those cards came out and kind of supported what I was saying. So confirmation. All right, friendly, humanitarian, honest, loyal, original, inventive, independent, and intellectual. Okay, so somebody could be moving in a position where they are aligning with their self more intentionally. Okay, and they're recognizing who has negative intentions towards them. Okay. And can be more confidently guiding through certain negative situations. Okay, we have the internet right here. There could be some type of negative influence that somebody's being affected by, or it said technology, but it could be based on third-party dynamics that are creating rifts or tension. Okay, and one more shuffle. All right, but somebody's being patient and staying true to themselves. You know, ready to dig their feet in a certain way, not like in a horrible way, but you know, ready to stay true to what they know is their own truth. Okay, these cards. I was like, I'm just going to take one. No, they just keep coming out. Okay. All right. Okay. Whoops. These cards are acting a little funny right now, so somebody could be having some resistance, okay, from expressing themselves. But we're just going to move past that. Okay, so yeah, somebody could have been in a position of feeling under the weather or dis-ease, okay? They could have been really kind of dealing with a lot of negativity, and somebody could be fearful of falsehoods that are being presented. We have impersonation right here and theft. So somebody could be dealing with others who are trying to take from them or pretend they're somebody that they're not. And this could be, you know, negatively affecting someone in a way that is putting them in a position of fear, okay, where they're focused more on illusionary aspects instead of, you know, God and the collective energy that they're meant to be, okay? So somebody could be needing to use their imagination or their own creativity when it comes to isolating themselves from negative attachments or cords, okay, and bad habits or energies. And somebody could be wanting to be in a position where they're, I just heard like a vibration going on. So anyway, somebody could be, you know, wanting to be more friendly and helpful or reliable in situations where there had been hindrances or interference and blockages, all right? And somebody could be wanting to be adapting when it comes to certain communication. They could have been in a position where they were not wanting to commit to certain connections, but at this point they are paying more attention to their emotions and their intuition, and they're getting to a position where they can feel you know, more intentional with the connections that they're recognizing, okay? We have Cancer, Gemini, Taurus. What were the other ones that came out? That's it so far that came out. Oh wait, Aquarius. So yeah, somebody could be wanting to be more reliable, warm-hearted, and loving. Okay, and they're wanting to persist with what it is that they have been determined to do at this point. Okay, or creating a determination within. All right. Somebody could have been dealing with a lot of different energies, like an excess of energy. And as they go through their own upgrades and rebirth or transformation, they could be recognizing what certain connections had been taking away from their own inner alignment. All right. And at this point, they're paying more attention to the spiritual and angelic guidance that they're receiving. Okay. They could be recognizing that there are people who are invasive or trying to stir up trouble when it comes to what somebody's creation or investments are. And they could have felt rejected or deserted when it came to expressing themselves independently. All right. But at this point, somebody could be feeling much more content with the awareness of what their level is. It's a spiritual rank right there. They could be coming into much more happiness and gratitude and contentment within, you know, the actions that they've taken and where they've led themselves in comparison to where they had been allowing themselves to be led previously. Okay. Oh. Dude, I keep singing the Doug theme song. I don't know why. It's been a couple days. I'm like, can you stop that? And it's just do 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 do. You know what I mean? Anyway, here we go. So somebody's getting to a greater balance within themselves. They could be intentionally creating alignment and moving forward into peace, harmony, and calm with the awareness that they've been, recognizing the scarcity that they had been embracing or allowing of previously, or the struggles that they'd been navigating through. And they could be, wanting to move forward in a way where they can show others, their path, where they were, where they're going, and what their intentions are. And they could be moving forward in a way where they're feeling much more adventurous and intentional with their actions, okay? Yeah, somebody could be being more diplomatic, peaceable, and idealistic when it comes to gossip or lies and other people's negativity being placed on them. And they're moving forward in a more healed way, okay? They're recovering from those issues and mending possible relationships or dynamics. Okay. It seems that somebody could have been really being cautioned or warned of possible danger that they could have been leading themselves into. And at this point, they're wanting to move forward towards, their true fortune and unconditional loving dynamics. Okay. Ooh. So yeah, somebody's gaining access to where it is that they're desiring to go, okay? They could have been unstable or dealing with grief and sorrow or being victimized. But at this point, they are moving forward more adventurously to begin a new chapter where they can really align themselves with God and with divine energy. Right, well, that's nice. That's nice. If this message is finding you, it's for you, because there's no hashtags. Okay, oh, look at, we got Destiny and Fate right there. Cute. Okay, yeah, there could have been a true recognition of the importance of somebody's path, and that's why there could have been so many different negative influences along the way, right? To try and get them off track. Look at that right there. Right underneath it, so it's like as you move forward, you could be recognizing what it is that had been forming negativity, or the reason why you had been having to navigate and battle through this. But as you do, look at that, you could get to a greater sense of strength within yourself. It says empowerment. You have the power, and getting into a closer connection with your true spiritual guidance and possibly even celestial guidance, okay? So somebody could be feeling, as they become more aware of these truths, regretful or remorseful of their actions, okay? Of what they had done in collaboration. They could have been paying attention to superficial scenarios or being corrupted, and this could have gotten in the way of their own spiritual gifts or expression, okay? So, yeah, somebody could have been surrounded by these unhealthy bonds from their friendship and family groups throughout their life. But at this point, they could be taking action intentionally towards what it is that they had been desiring of, and, projecting negativity onto, okay? And they could be kind of recognizing, how those connections they had were, creating that separation. And they could be wanting to move forward in a more loving way, intentionally, okay? Doing energy work and navigating through third-party situations with a greater sense of confidence, okay? Okay. Oh yeah, hockey games could be relevant. But, so somebody could be moving into a position, with true divine union, and they could be really shocked or surprised by what they had been dealing with when it came to false or fake relationship dynamics previously, and they could be ready to stop playing games. focusing on lust or promiscuous outlooks, and they could be wanting to be forceful within what their emotional and intuitive awareness is. They're feeling powerful, passionate, determined, excited, and magnetic. Okay, so somebody could be really moving forward in a way where they can utilize their gifts, that they've recognized and used in negative ways, for a greater sense of positive in their life, and they could be creating more or new contracts. And we have divine feminine energy right there. Somebody could be, wanting to elevate with their expression and their relationship dynamics, and be more ambitious and disciplined towards this truth. Okay. They're running from insecurity and envy and self-doubt, and moving forward in a way where they know they're moving towards a true confidant, ally, and friend. All right. And somebody's recognizing the lies and that they've been dealing with, and they are not allowing themselves to be fearful anymore of the falsehoods. Okay, so this is good. Let's see. Let me move these stinky cards somewhere else. Get that out of the way. Here we go. Energy work's a good one. Here we go. Okay. Well, cool, man. I gotta go get ready for a hockey game. I don't really go to hockey games, but I was invited to a hockey game. So you could be having random invitations occur. Here we go. 8 of Wands. So yeah, somebody could be taking action and having a greater communication when it comes to what they're meant to be doing and how they're meant to stabilize themselves. We got 4-4 right here. 4 of Pentacles and 4 of Wands. So somebody's recognizing they're ready to stabilize their foundation and start, really forming and creating the walls, the structure of their life. Okay, they could be recognizing illusionary aspects brought on by negative or unhealthy and toxic bonds, and they're moving forward with a greater alignment with their higher self. All right, real quick, what do we need to know? And then I go. Hey, that's a lot. Okay. All right. Somebody could be ready to face conflict. Uh-oh, I spent that one. Okay, here we go. Okay. So yeah, somebody, look at the difference right there. So we have 3 people in this side and 3 on this side, and it's like somebody could be recognizing what they're surrounding themselves with. As they align with their higher self, they could be seeing that much easier what type of negative connections and bonds they had previously. Okay. And they could be following their intuition and coming into alignment more intentionally. What's cute is like they have the rainbow, on behind both on here, and that's not how all of the cards are, but it's like just another confirmation that somebody's coming into their alignment with themselves and the bigger picture as well. Okay, so cool. Oof. And somebody's creating a balance, getting ready to really create and co-create, manifest what it is that they're truly desiring of in the world. It's like this is all dark and this is colorful, and it's like somebody's taking the helm of the ship in order to really create more intentionally what it is that they're desiring of, instead of feeling that they're needing to just deal with what had been presented to them previously. Okay. All right, somebody could be wanting to present some type of offer that they feel would be moving towards true success and abundance. All right. Uh-oh. And somebody's energy could be going low. I don't know why every time I start reading, it's like my phone's gonna die. So I gotta go. But we have the 5 of Swords and the 5 of Wands. So yeah, somebody could be moving forward in a way where they are moving forward towards triumph and success, and they could be facing conflict and negativity and moving through change with a greater sense of cooperation. Oh my gosh, I couldn't think of the word. It says change, protest, fight. Okay, what's that last one? No justice, no peace. Okay, so it's like somebody's knowing what they are needing to do in order to really align with what is important to them, and they're going to be taking this stance more intentionally, even though both these cards are showing that it's like somebody's facing the fear and getting ready to overcome certain difficult connections. Okay. All right. There could be anxiety when it comes to major changes, but somebody's knowing what is important to them. They've gone inward and really kind of found their way in order to lead others as well to greater importance, and they're staying true to themselves when it comes to the love they're wanting to express and the relationships they're building and forming. Okay, and somebody could be seeing that there is a greater sense of reciprocal energetic exchanges that they could be coming into, that they could be feeling confident with, okay, and secure within. And they're moving forward passionately, purposefully into a new beginning, and they're knowing what steps they're needing to take. Let's see. And feeling a lot more of a sense of celebration when it comes to what it is that they're wanting to receive or that they know is meant for them. Okay. All right. So I go now. Have a good one. Hopefully this helped.